All right, welcome back, folks. This will be the third video trying to recap this Stihl MS-362 that I showed previously. I ran into an issue. So I ran it yesterday. I'm not going to really upload the video just because it did run. It didn't screw the piston up, but the bottom end sounds really gravelly and dry. So I was hoping that wasn't the case, but it looks like it's the case. And I'm going to try to capture the noise. So I pulled the plugs out of two identical saws, roughly, basically two 362s that I have, and I'll let you hear the sound. Hopefully the graveliness in the lower end of the crankcase will get picked up, which means I'm going to have to split the case. I'm going to tear this one apart right here, the one that we've been showing, and we're going to have to go in and replace the bearings and replace the seals at that point. So I'm going to let you hear this one, and hopefully the sound picks it up, and we can go from there. And then I'll show you the other one. Rough sounding. Now, for this one. Okay. As you can tell, markedly smoother, right? So before I ruined the piston in the cylinder, which is not ruined with the little bit of cutting time that I did on it just to test it, had okay power, probably about the form of stock power, right? And I'm gonna have to take the cylinder off, get in there, split the cases, and replace the bearings. So it's kind of where we're at. It's going to be fairly straightforward. I don't think I will do much filming on replacing the bearings. Many people out there have made chainsaw videos and replaced a lot of bearings, replaced a lot of parts, tearing apart chainsaws, putting them back together. So that is pretty well covered on YouTube. I would have to say some of it's really good and some of it's like, you know, that kind of thing. So instead of me being, you know, since my first time out, I'm just going to go ahead. It's not my first time replacing bearings, by the way. I have replaced bearings. I'm just going to have to order the set, and hopefully they're not on back order, and then come in. I'll see what kind of where I'm going to go with aftermarket bearings or stock bearings. I do know that Stihl and some of their case bearings uses on one side a plastic cage instead of metal cages. Most of the cheaper, actually Chinese bearings come out with metal cages surrounding the bearings, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Sometimes the plastic gets deteriorated if it heats up and the bearings go bad. So obviously this has had enough hours put on it that the bearings have went bad in it, and that's where we're going to be sitting. So anyways, if you don't see anything on this 362 for a while, there's a reason why that is. It's going to be that I'm tearing it down, replacing the crank bearings on both sides and the seals. So hopefully I didn't have to go in that far, but I do. So, but at least everything else is good. It's got a good top end, good carburetor. Everything else is actually pretty sweet on this saw. So once it gets back together, most of it's just time consuming. I think I can get a set of good bearings for about 40 bucks, roughly. And so I'll have to shop around and see where I can get them. Anyways, that's where it's at. So hopefully that will conclude, and some of you guys know why I might not be posting much more on the 362. It's really because I kind of run into the stumbling block. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, watching. For anybody that's out there, any curiosity questions, go ahead, throw them around, and I'll try to answer them if I see them, and I appreciate it. Have a good day.